Hello, this is Divine Sunshine coming to you straight out of the kitchen. I don't call it straight out of the kitchen reading. While waiting on my mom, I said I wanted to do this really quick, so I do not have you all with this weekend not having anything. Happy Labor Day weekend. As we know, we are celebrating the labor of us working and out there and celebrating and helping the world turn through our service and work. And so speaking of work, I thought I would do a divine masculine energies because work, as Rihanna falls in line with the divine masculine energies that we are working with. So I am going to just kind of get right on in it because I don't never know when mom might call. So let's look at the divine masculine energies collectively across the board and see what's going on with them. Clear. I see this right here. We got doors to spirit in the temple. So right now they're looking at ways to me. I talked about this almost like a continuation from the other day, talking about the door of opportunities opening. It's right there, it's right around the corner, and I'm seeing them moving to. That's the way collectively the overarching theme is these doors, and these doors is really opening up into their spirit. I think a lot of them, like I said before, has been a lot of denial, which had came out before, of not really listening to what spirit, like somebody say, spirit told me, but we're not listening to what spirit told you to do. And I'm doing work around the house, and I kind of had to tell a relative of mine to say, Spirit told me this wasn't a good idea to be where we are. And so, again, did listen. So, again, it's an interesting way in which we have to now, again, from not listening, it's like, okay, now you got to kind of pay the piper. And so it's coming out in other ways. The lesson for me is, again, is to follow spirit. When spirit tells me to jump, to do it. Like I told the person point blank, I was like, okay, I feel like Noah's Ark, when he built the ark, they didn't know what the hell he was doing. He's like, this spirit told me to do it. And the rest of the other people's like, you crazy as hell. They didn't use that kind of back then in biblical times. But he's like, I'm just telling you, the storm is coming. I just got to be prepared for it. And again, he built it, and lo and behold, it was time, and everybody and their mama then understood what was going on. I'm kind of getting pulled when I'm talking to you all that, again, is something, again, that's going on. I'm hearing like the Phil Collins something is coming in the air tonight. Hold on. Something is coming for the divine masculine energies. And they're warning them, again, it's like either you open the door or we're going to bust the door down. I'm seeing on the here, they got the police. To me, the police would represent spirit, guides, angels, whatever like that. They say, we kind of told you to do it your way, and the universe is kind of like coming in and saying, okay, now we got to kind of put the pressure on you. You have broken a couple of laws, not listening to what it is, and now in divine masculine energies, it's time for you to really to open up the door. Either you open the door or we gonna bust the door down. This is what I'm feeling, because again, they're being led to go within. A lot of them have been ignoring. I said that before. I said it in my analogy some kind of way. It's like, they just keep on like shaking their head. Kind of again, the boogeyman is what I had used, and not wanting to really going ahead and move into the next thing, because they figure if I close my eyes and I just ignore what's coming at me and what's being signaled to me through my intuition, it will just go away. And the spirit's like, I know. Matter of fact, we're closer. Hi. And like before they were way back there, and next thing you know, like, hi, we're here. And so it's like, oh God. So whatever it is that I'm picking up from here is like, again, this message of them having to go within. This is because of, I'm seeing at the bottom of the deck, because of the moon goddess as well. Their intuition, their awareness is calling on very strongly. Again, we house both energies, the divine masculine and divine feminine energies within your person is really truly causing them to, again, to say, we've got to start honoring. To me, this moon, to me, this looks like she said, I'm lifting it up. Almost like in Roots when they had birth of a child. And each time I see United Center. in order for them, when the child was born, they would all lift them up, say, behold, something greater than you, which would be the star in the skies. That's the only thing greater. And I think that is a good message in which now Spirit is bringing to them that there's something greater. You've been playing yourself small. You've been making other things be much bigger. I told you the thing that my dad has been bringing is mountains out of molehills, which means you're making things much bigger than what they are. And really, you're magnifying it twice. The issues in which you're worried about, you say it can't be. All those things is like Spirit is trying to say it's really small. I really wish you would take another look at it and see and open up that door again and really see what's happening, because you keep on saying it's the boogeyman behind there, but it's not. And I'm seeing here on my thing, it's saying healing the inner child. Can I get another clarification about what's going on? Here it is. Here we have the thinking woman here, which to me again is in the divine feminine energies, the heart energies, to me, because she's all in green, is really becoming more wise. And I think that's because of, again, I would say because of downloads and the causing of a push of ascension to go to the next level. In the heart knows. The heart always knows. And with that intuition awareness bringing together and working along with the heart, that is really going to be able to help one to be able to send. It's interesting, got the number 47 there, which is almost like my birthday. 4 means to get grounded. 7 means to get grounded in spiritual completion. Let's end these cycles, which is again in leading to the number 11, which is again becoming balanced about certain things. And I got a butterfly. So there's a transformation going on here in the heart, that I believe that requires that, again, that the thinking and the heart intelligence really take over. You know, scientifically that the heart knows, and it takes more than a minute for the brain to follow through. What you need to do, the heart already knows. It's already then taking the lead, and it just takes, by time that the brain gets on line with what's actually should be done, it's really almost like too late, or you're really like 10 steps behind, and the heart is 10 steps ahead. And it's this knowingness. To me, I'm looking at this thinking woman. Here is, again, you can also say in the 3D aspect that the spirit and the feminine, divine feminine energies already knows, and it's just waiting. It's like, I'm waiting here. I've been reading up on it. I'm already abreast about where you're going. I already know and have knowledge from spirit where it's telling us where we're going. I'm just waiting for the brain, the 3D version of your thinking apparatus to catch up with where we are. For the divine masculine energies in the 3D, and already up, what's going on? What are they actually doing in the 3D? Because that's the overall thing. Is they want them to open the door to spirit so they can really be able to go within, to really be led about what spirit is actually telling them, or they're sensing about this knowingness in the divine masculine energies. Because there is a sense of something knowing, brewing, that's not quite, to me, coming to the surface. It's really quite defined and palatable as to what is actually going on, or what's the next step, or what's going on in union or with your person or a place of things. Some things is just a knowingness. It's like a happy feeling and don't know why you're happy. Hymns they say, happy feelings in the air, happy feelings everywhere. So again, right now there is again in the 3D is rest and rejuvenation. To me it's a 19, and that's a catalyst. There has been something that has opted or caused for the divine masculine energies in the 3D to kind of pull back. They made this rejuvenation might even be a separation, or they're not calling that much, or you're not getting too much communication. It's kind of like slowed down. It's a space. There's a void. Even if you're talking about the divine masculine energies within yourself, you're like, I kind of really just don't know. I'm just kind of going through the motions. I was watching Susan Inspired, and she was saying there's a lot of energies going on with the human resonance right now. And so it's like as much energy as it is in the positive, as much energy as it is in the negative. And you have to find yourself being very grounded in there. Right now, the reason why the divine masculine is doing this, because the next card that came up was door to value, is really, to me, going into this is heavily this thing where it's saying going within, so they could really truly get an understanding as to their self-worth, their value, who they are. Some of them, again, is this money issues. Sometimes when your money is funny, you really kind of want to step back from everything, less on the socialization, less on the talking. Is like, really, let me kind of get, and sometimes it's because your money is funny, you can't get out there like you used to. And socialize, because again, you ain't got the finances or the money. I'm seeing money going up, and maybe it's bills, and sometimes you get so frustrated, you just kind of shut down. This is kind of what I'm picking up for the divine masculine, but also he's getting to the divine masculine energies. It's getting to an understanding that, hey, there's some value and some understanding in there. I told you, like a continuation from the last one for the overall for the twin flames, that the divine masculine is probably getting to the point of understanding, hey, this is happening so much. It's got to be a silver lining. It's got to be a message that spirits tell me. It got to be a reason why this keeps on happening, and for me to kind of stop. So, this is probably, again, where they're wishing this is happening, but there's a catalyst. As far as, to me, the universe is bringing this tower to them because they want them to really, truly, like, stop. Look at what your heart is saying. Stop. Look into what your heart is saying. Love. That's that song. They have that too as well. And so this is what I'm gathering is saying that you're doing everything else. And I've said it. I've seen also on Wicked Virgo Tarot. She said the same thing. I said that before too as well, that there has been a lot of some divine masculine energies out there lying to themselves. They are not really looking at this stuff face value. It's like the universe is like, hey, we done bought you this tower. It's like really a wake-up call for you. They talk about rest and rejuvenation, for you to kind of put what this stuff that you're doing to rest, put it to bed, because this is becoming like nonsense. And it's really trying to help them to move into the energies of becoming the man that's really truly holding the heart, the desires of the heart, instead of being very willy-nilly. This person looks very comfortable in it. He looks like he's very kind of vulnerable. He looks like a sensitive, like a divine masculine that's very centered and understands how well it is, again, to be in his feminine energies. He's not ashamed of it. Like, he might be metrosexual. Like, yeah, I get my nails done. Yeah, I get my hair done. You might see me with my nails even painted. I'm very comfortable in the skin that I am. And I'm very comfortable in balancing both energies. This is where the divine wants, or source wants, this divine masculine to get to. Not there. So again, this is why I say you got to wait on divine timing. If you're a divine feminine that's waiting on this divine masculine that I'm tapping into in the 3D, and you feel like in your spirit this is resonating, this feels like this is something that you were led here, this is your message for your person, there's some divine timing that's got to be into play, because there's still some work that is being done with this person. It's still in here when we was talking about balance earlier, about the number 47, about this thinking. There's a balance that's got to happen, but it's because of the things of the past. And I know in here I've seen the childhood wounds childhood, healing the childhood from James Von Prague popped up there, which lets me know she looks kind of childlike. She's young, but she's childlike. It's like, what has happened in your childhood that, again, this has affected you as far as your place and how you are acting in the world. And with this is, again, you've got to come into the point of having this enlightenment that's going to be a lamp unto your feet. But again, everything that's in the past is acting as a structure to who you are and where you are now. I'm seeing this pyramid, which means ancient. We're learning about ancient civilizations and how that's even affecting us now in class about our modern. And you'll see how it's interesting that civilizations, and as far as government and things of that nature, still has a play as far as how we do things today. And so this to me, when it looks like to me, is like, again, that goes back to what I was talking about, that epigenetics, about family members, how you've been raised, what you did in the past, and how you're still building upon those old ideologies, these old belief systems, those old philosophies that need to, again, be looked at. Some things are very good, and some things need to be kind of thrown away. However it is, or some things is like here to stay. And so, or you need to chisel it away, they're saying. So right now, it's, again, you're in the desert. And to me, a desert, you're not getting anything around that's very helpful to help you get landmarks. That's why I say right now, it's not a lot of really knowing as far as what's going on. This might be a little voidness for the divine masculine. Right now, what's leading the way is the spirit. And the spirit really knows them. It's enlightenment and it's knowledge that I talked about. And that's interesting. It falls right underneath the thinking woman, has helped it to understand how to be, what's the route they need to do in order to be an angel of balance. Okay. All right. And so this is very important for the divine masculine to be able to ground and root it. And I'm seeing the number 8 here, which means it's a rebirth, a harmony, and a balancing of the infinity flow from one to another, from the divine feminine to the divine masculine energies. So right now in the 3D, this is what is going on with the divine masculine. Right now is a time out. So they can really get in tune with their self-worth, really getting to the point that they could really actually be the man holding the heart, their heart's desire, getting a good handle on the things that they want to manifest, but understanding that, again, it's got to be divine timing. It's got to be some patience, no pushing it, and so they can move into the thing of balance. Okay, so that's what's going on with the divine masculine. Just as I'm doing here, I can feel the divine masculines are kind of tired too as well. Some of them might be a little kind of depressed as well as a little bit of some hopelessness on some of the things. It's like, again, in the divine masculine, but definitely a tiredness that's coming on with them. And that's because, again, to me, I'm thinking, like, to me, life is beating them. Tired of lying to themselves, tired of being in the situation that they're in, really looking for some kind of so-called break as well. Looking to see about, as far as what type of actions, what are they doing about what's going on here. They got joy to personal healing and happiness. This is really what they want to aim for. Again, and be able to open the doors. It's all about doors, and really be able to have the spirit. I see a rainbow, which represents union, really aligning there 3 and 4. That means getting a spiritual alignment with the female, the divine feminine energies, the divine masculine energies, and the connection as well, or spirit, soul, and body coming in alignment, so it can really truly be grounded in this. I feel like with them, and I've been all this today, and that might be, I wouldn't say it's mine. I always say it's the masculine, where I feel my counterpart, where I feel like, again, very flighty. Something about it is like a balloon, and it's not really grounded, and spirit is asking for them to really ground and feel. At a certain point of them not wanting to feel these things. I was listening this morning to Megan Trainor, and she was talking about with I forgot what the young man's name is that hosted the show, and she was telling about her brother, and how her brother would, like, he had some issues that he had to deal with, like panic attacks, and he would just really deal with it through drinking. And how, after a while, in the whole family, that's the way how they had kind of dealt with everything, was finding other things other than just going through therapy. This is what I'm feeling with this. Is like this masculine, the divine masculine energy. Some of them are doing everything but what is actually needed because they're scared. This is, again, wanting abundance, cornucopia, which is, again, having a balance. Really, to me, is getting in alignment with everything that they are supposed to have in life, abundance, to me, it's not with even any effort. No talent, skill, or abilities has to do with this, because it's just an outpouring or a windfall. The divine masculine energies like to transform themselves and become balanced with the idea of abundance. Some of them, when you come to that thought, they have not been in really alignment, or really truly believing even in their value, that their self-worth, that they could be aligned with that. And so in this one, this is all doors. Again, wanting to really truly, I say the romance is not even about just being with the person, but I believe the divine masculine energies want to be able to adore the romances, create that magic again, to create things to actually change, to get that flow in the heart and love to happen, and to really free that heart. Excuse me. So he's got to release something and really free that heart from that cage. It's like, well, I know where the cage bird sing. And to me, this is really getting himself in true alignment with spirit, soul, and body, or either divine feminine, divine masculine energies, and the connection. So this is double. So we can really truly experience 3 + 3 = 6, which is love, which is divine love, which is true union. But it's interesting that they're saying about this closet. To me, when I see closet, that means like hanging out, or even hiding in the closet. There's a lot of things about when it comes to this love with their divine counterpart, or when the person that they love, that they are not really showing it. They're really very much so hiding this love, and that is an issue. That is not allowing for things to kind of flow like they're supposed to. Got a 34, 11, and a 33. There has been a lot of mirroring going on with that too as well. So now, like I said, with the divine masculine energies, I feel like, again, them going within, and if they truly do decide to take this action, it will open up to healing things in the past. Like I said, there will start an overflow of abundance. Things will start coming in. And I believe that them coming in is going to help to kind of create confidence and strength in them being able to take the next move, which is the door to romance, which is another action card. However, I feel like their heart has been, again, caged up. They had it in the closet, didn't nobody know about it unless they would ask about it, or, what happened to that girl, what happened to that boy. And there's a lot of times that they would kind of sweep it under the rug, or they weren't willing to talk about it. But this is very important to this divine masculine energies. All right, then. So now, moving on into the next, which is, what is some of the magic the spirit wants them to take in order to get out of this cycle that they are currently in? Beauty and answers. To me, when I look at this, is beauty. This is, again, looking at, I said about the silver lining in things. Be more optimistic, being more gracious, being more grateful will attract more things in their life to be grateful. Then in turn will have them to be more confident as well. And so to me, when I think of this beauty, it's really about a confidence booster. It's something that they're letting them know that, again, that whatever this beauty is not on the outside, it's within. A lot of times, I don't know why I'm picking this up, maybe divine feminine tells the divine masculine he's X, Y, and Z in a bag of chips, and he's like, yeah, whatever, and he does not accept that. I know that what I was listening this morning, and she was saying that on Meg Trainor on the show with the young man on Spotify, and they were saying that, you should let people go on ahead and reward you, because when you do that, that's rewarding that other person for them being able to speak up and see the beauty that's within you. So that's why you should always say thank you or whatever, not shrug it off, because, they could have said something about what's wrong with you. And this is, again, the beauty, understanding that it's really time that the universe wants you to really understand how beautiful of a person that you truly are. You might find people, strangers on the street, people walking up, just letting you know that, oh my God, you got a beautiful soul, you got a great spirit. those things, really trying to push the divine masculine to look at a point of more so within about what's beautiful and what's great and what's good about what's going on. The spirit wants them also to look within for the answers, okay? Because again, like I said, you start looking within and not without, you'll find everything that you actually need. The reason, and they are tired too. They're tired. As soon as I came in, a whole bunch of energy. As soon as I started doing this, I was like, here. They gotta go wise though. I'm hearing the song. You gotta get smart. You gotta get tough. You gotta get wiser. You gotta get strong. You gotta get something stronger. Whatever it is. So again, no, all I know His love will save the day. So again, you've got to, again, love to save the day, and to be love within you will save the day. So the divine masculine energies, they're saying here, I see birds here to ascend, to go to the next level. And you've got to, again, to be able to fly, you got to pack light, you got to get rid of, so you can be able to go up much higher. But he is very extremely wise. He carries both energies, the red and the blue. And so again, there's fire, there's action that's got to be taken, and sometimes it's strength and just doing nothing and just being there and surrendering too as well. So to me, I think when I look at that, there's answers in that too as well. For the divine masculine energies, what does Spirit have as far as some advice for you of how to deal with while you're in these energies? Clear. True advice. Follow what makes you happy. I like that. And adventure and play. First thing when I seen adventure and play told me, it said they need to just go ahead and take the risk. You can't be sure-footed on everything that you do, that you're scared you're going to mess it up or X, Y, and Z. You know, if you go on ahead and take your one step, Spirit will find a way to be able to make you two steps in that. But adventure means just to find. Adventure, there's no wrong or right to doing it. It's just doing it. And so to me, it's adventure and play. And it just kind of like find out. Just from you just interacting and exploring. This is what they're saying. Yeah, because it's adventure. If you take this like this journey, it's more so an adventure than a journey, which means a destination. You're really learning how to take things in, soak, and become one with it. So it's very important that along up the street. So it's very important that the divine masculine energies understand that, but they also say follow what makes you happy. What did I tell you? I keep on here saying whatever it takes to make you stay my lover. So follow what makes you happy. I told you right now you're being led for you to be able to hold on to that heart, almost like in Vogue say, hold on to your love. It is very important that you let your heart be your guide. Your heart right now, during these times of the unknowns about the feminine is doing, unknowns about the masculine is doing, is just to really stay in love with yourself and do things for yourself. Trying to see what's anything that came to me. Follow what makes you happy. It was bringing me some things. I could just see really where Spirit is trying to bring them a lot of good things and happiness their way. But at the same time, understanding that they got to open the door. This is what Spirit is saying. They got to open the door, and they got to really be to the point where they are really being truthful about what is, again, working for them and what's not. because some of them is not open the door because they like, I'm all right, I don't need anything else, which is not true. They're not happy, but at the same time, you know, they're coming from maybe that mindset where, you know, you don't complain, you know, you do the best that you can, you know, depending on family, I say family politics or their belief system. And, you know, you just do what you have because you could have something worse, you know, and so that makes a biggie. But this is what's going on with the divine masculine energies right now. The source, last thing is they want them to be happy and just to go out there and venture and play as well, because we know that all that information that's going on and they're gaining is for the divine feminine, is for the connection, and for us to be able to find how to grow and how to be a better for each other. Sometimes we have to kind of go with that. I was watching the show last night, and I like that. There was an argument between two friends, a young man, and he was like, you know what, right now between you and I, we're good, but there's always room for better. And I said, oh, I like that. Okay. So that is pretty much it. If you need any type of readings or either past life regression session, that's up until September 15th. Make sure you hit me up. Even if you book it now and you do it for later on, that's fine. I will honor that too, because again, it's up in the 25th. So, I mean, up on the 15th. And so as always, make sure you hit those, either Shanti Wellness or Divine Unisource, and I got the discount right there, so you can find that too as well. So as always, thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing. When you subscribe, you make sure that your energy is tied into this together. I'm getting also stuff at the same time. So this is also tied into I get so many downloads at the same time as well, and they talking to me and things, and then I'm getting like waves of energies too as well. So like I said, if you need to and you want to know something about your past life regression session, make sure you go to ShantiWellnessCenter.com, and all the information is in the description box below too as well. All right, it's time for me to go. So all right, as always, so thank you for listening. Go out there and shine. Hit the subscription bell so your energies can be poured into this too as well, so I can be able to pick you up. And as always, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste and Namago. Love you. All right, until next time.